Hey YouTube, welcome to Sunkerns Lab. Today I have a UU battle on Pokemon Showdown, and as you can probably see from the video length, this is not a very long battle, and we'll see why this battle was so short once we actually start watching. So, anyway, looking at my opponent's team, he doesn't really have anything to set up Stealth Rocks or any other form of hazard, so I'm not really too worried about that. So I decided just to lead straight off with my Yanmega, just to get some possible U-turn initiative, but he ended up leading with his Chandelure, and I was fearing it being Scarfed. And if it was Scarfed, it would definitely outspeed me, so I decided to switch out into my Empoleon and take the Fire Blast. I don't take that Fire Blast as well as I'd like to, but I am able to switch out to my Chandelure, take the possible Fire Blast, but he ended up going for Energy Ball, and I'm able to just take him out on the next turn with a Shadow Ball. It was obvious that I was going to outspeed him because I'm Scarfed, and he's obviously not. But that gives him the opportunity to bring in the Snorlax, and predicting the Earthquake, I go into my Claydol, but he ends up going for the Body Slam, and it does over 50%. Which is, like, actually it does exactly 50%, which is psychotic, so I was pretty much assuming that he was banded, and switching into my Chandelure was my best play there. And judging by the fact that he ended up switching out of my Chandelure rather than going for an EQ or something, I'm assuming that he is banded, so that's good information to have. And then he switches out, because obviously he can't touch my Chandelure with the Body Slam, because I'm immune to it. He switches out into his Umbreon. His nicknames are really messing me up, because I always look at the nicknames to get my head straight in terms of the name of Pokemon. But I do go for a double switch out into my Claydol, predicting his switch, and able to get a Toxic off, but it doesn't really do anything for me or him, because he has Heal Bell, and I don't need my Claydol this battle, because like I said, he doesn't have anything to set up hazards. He does go for the switch out into his Blastoise, though, while I set up my rocks with my Empoleon, so I'm pretty much predicting him to go for the Rapid Spin, but then again, my switch into my Chandelure is pretty obvious, so I decided to just stay in, predicting him to predict me, and going for the Roar. And it works out for me. I end up roaring him out a couple times. He ends up landing into his Heracross, which is bad for me because he can take me out with a Close Combat or Earthquake. And either of those Claydol can take extremely well, being immune to Earthquake and resisting Close Combat, so I switch into my Claydol, and I assumed that he was going to switch out into his Blastoise, because it's a good opportunity for him to spin away the rocks. So I figured I would switch out into my Scrafty, get a Dragon Dance up while he Rapid Spins, and just basically hit him with a High Jump Kick to weaken him for later. But he ends up going for the Toxic. My Lumberry cures my Poison, and he decides to continue staying in, going for the Toxic. He ends up missing the second Toxic, so I'm thinking in my head, well, if he's just going to stay in, continuing to go for the Toxic, I'm going to go for my second DD, because I know I can live through the Poison, because I have Drain Punch. And he does end up going for the third Toxic, which is crazy. You don't stay in for 3 turns on a Scrafty, but whatever, and without roaring him out, I should say. But I'm able to take him out with a High Jump Kick after getting hit with the Aqua Jet. And at this point, I'm already at +3 attack, +2 speed. Nothing on his team can take a hit. Nothing on his team can outspeed me. So I'm able to just take out his Heracross, which is his fastest Pokemon, assuming that it's Scarfed, which I'm pretty sure it is, because he has no other opportunity to have a Scarfer on his team. And then he brings in his Umbreon and goes for the Protect, and normally I might go with High Jump Kick here, but because I'm such low health and I do have Drain Punch as well, I carry the dual Fighting Stab on this Scrafty, I'm able to go for the Drain Punch, get all of my health back, and the only health I'm going to really be down is the health I lose from the Toxic on this turn. So that gives me pretty much, enough health where I can live another 2 kills, which is all I really need to win. So I'm able to just take out his Kingdra, and at this point I'm at +6 attack, +2 speed. His Snorlax can't live a hit, and it can't outspeed me, so it's pretty much a good game. I'm able to just take him out with a Drain Punch, and that's the end of the game. So this is one of those battles that really wasn't challenging, but then again, I enjoyed playing it. It was a good battle, in my opinion. I think I played relatively well. The opponent played relatively sloppily. Sloppily? I'm not sure if that's a word, but yeah, I mean, it was just a good battle. It was a fun battle. I was able to get a sweep off with Scrafty, which is always fun. Even though this team isn't really built around Scrafty, it's built around Yanmega, I still like getting some sweeps off with my Scrafty, because he's a great Pokemon. He looks cool. He is cool. His stats are cool. I mean, he's got everything going for him other than low speed, and Dragon Dance fixes that, so he pretty much turns into the perfect sweeper after that. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling, because battle's probably been over for like 10 minutes now, and you're just listening to me ramble about random garbage that you don't really care about, but that's okay. Thank you for watching the video anyway, and feel free to hit the like button if you enjoyed the battle, and subscribe if you want to see more videos of mine in the future. And once again, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.